It is Friday. We made it.
Giddy up.
Yeah, it's been a long one.
Yeah, it has been a long week. You know what's good, though, this weekend? Well,
tell me.
Actually, Sunday.
Tell me something good.
Dirk's saying Sunday night, days of rain in a row. Wow. I know. It's going to start feeling more wintry, right?
Yeah, it is. It's going to be. But until then, boy, Saturday, if you want to do something outdoors, Saturday is going to be your day because we're looking at some sunshine through the afternoon. Temperatures really warming up. Today we have the clouds. It's still going to be a nice day today, but it's just going to be cloudy. We have the clouds this morning. This is what you can expect. It's still chilly out there, though. Temperatures in the 30s in many spots this morning. The cloudy skies we have now are going to turn partly cloudy by later on this afternoon. Winds are going to stay light, and there is some patchy fog. Most of that south of Modesto towards Turlock is where we're seeing some of that fog develop this morning. And that's where we have the cooler temperatures. So where you have the cooler temperatures, you have the better chance for fog. 36 degrees in Stockton and Modesto, Fairfield at 40, 41 Yuba City, 50 in Auburn, and 19 degrees currently at Lake Tahoe. That's 5 degrees warmer than we were yesterday at this time. We're running 7 to 3 degrees warmer in Yuba City and Sacramento, but 2 degrees cooler this morning in Stockton. So again, visibility, it's not bad, but there is some reduced visibility from Modesto through Merced and Madera. And again, the farther south you go, the better chance you have of running into some fog. So for the day today, here's your makeup. Again, we are going to see a mix of clouds, but I think we'll call it partly cloudy. Some sun's going to get through this afternoon, and that's going to help to bump our temperatures into the low 60s to give us our peak temperature. But then we start cooling down to 49 degrees by 7 p.m. There's a quick look at your weather. Now let's take a look at traffic this morning with Brian Hager.
All right, thanks, Rick. We're going to start on the Cap City Freeway here, and this is right near E Street. In fact, they're moving the camera around. I'll step out of the way as they move the camera over that spot now. You can see some of the emergency personnel arriving right now on the scene. This is a live image, and there's a vehicle overturned on the side of the road there. So we are just now starting to see a little bit of a backup as the Traffic Management Center adjusts this camera here. You can start to see a little bit better now. There's a vehicle on its side, looks like it's right there, and then some of the emergency personnel that are arriving. Our photographer Brandon is on his way to that scene as well. So we are starting to see a little bit of a backup. That is going to be on the southbound side of the Cap City Freeway. That is in this area right here, just past the American River. So keep an eye on that. The road, but now with the emergency personnel there, we likely will see some slowing there. Rest of the route, Interstate 80 looking good, over the top, no problems. Highway 50, no issues there. 5 and 99 coming up out of Elk Grove, also looking good with no delays on that stretch. Through Stockton, we're looking good here on 5 and 99. One incident north 99 right in the Galt area. We'll take a look at that one in the next traffic report. 205, a 13-minute ride. 580, a 25-minute ride, and no delays on 99 from Modesto to Manteca there. Just a slight delay at 15 minutes. 50 is a 10-minute ride. Interstate 80, 9 minutes. 5 and 99 sitting at 11 minutes. Back to you guys.
All right. Thank you, Brian. Jackson Highway in Sacramento County back open this morning finally after the Highway Patrol spent several hours investigating a deadly crash. Happened around 8:20 last night just east of Excelsior Road. Highway Patrol says a man driving a pickup truck swerved into oncoming traffic, hitting a car head on. The driver and passenger in that car died. The driver of the pickup suffered only minor injuries. What caused that individual to swerve is still under investigation, but the Highway Patrol does not believe drugs or alcohol are involved. Happening this morning, Caltrans will celebrate a major milestone in a project that has impacted just about everyone who drives a car in the Sacramento area.
KCR 3's Melanie Wingo joining us now live along the Capital City Freeway with a look at what they have finished up.
This project site is sort of near Cal Expo, just to give you a sense of the location, and happening later this morning. Those leaders will come together to mark the completion of one phase of the project and the start of another project. All this work being highlighted today, and it's part of what's called the Capital City Freeway American River Bridge Rehabilitation Project. And today, those local, state, and federal leaders will be here to celebrate the completion of some pier and abutment work on this project, and then the start of a bridge deck replacement and bicycle pedestrian path project that will connect the American River Trail on each end of the bridge. Expected to be in attendance are Caltrans District 3 Director Amarjeet Benapal, U.S. Representative Ami Bera, Sacramento City Council Member Sean Laloe, and California Transportation Commission Executive Director Tanisha Taylor. This is a $285 million project, and that includes roughly $239 million from the Federal Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act and nearly $41 million from Senate Bill 1, which was that State Road Repair and Accountability Act of 2017. And so being that there is federal money and state money involved in all of this, that's why we expect all of those leaders from various levels of government to be in attendance at this milestone event today. Reporting live in Sacramento County, Melanie Wingo, KCRA 3 News.
All right, Melanie, thank you. By the way, the work recognition event is set to get underway at 10 o'clock this morning at the American River Bridge Staging Yard. It's near Cal Expo. This morning, fire crews in Contra Costa County have contained a wind-driven grass fire in the Bay Point, Pittsburgh area of the Delta. A fire broke out just after midnight near Bailey Road. It was threatening homes as well. They called a third alarm for structure protection. We have a picture here from Contra Costa Fire, and you can see the fire there on the ridge line. Fire was contained at 50 acres around 4 a.m. No structures were burned. Bailey Road will stay closed this morning.
Meanwhile, a man is under arrest after an attack happened on a Midtown Sacramento worker. This happened just before midnight Wednesday near 21st and N Streets. Sacramento police say a 23-year-old Alexander Odell banged on the doors of one of the businesses in the area, then tried to kick and punch a worker. Now, the worker recognized him from the Sacramento Valley Crime Stoppers website and called the police. Crime Stoppers says that Odell violated probation by failing to register as a sex offender, and that this case proves that their efforts are working.
It means the system is working. And basically that person is helping law enforcement solve crime. I mean, they're literally Crime Stoppers. I mean, that's what they are.
Those who call the Sacramento Valley Crime Stoppers to say that they have seen a wanted criminal or just to simply report a crime do stay completely anonymous. You can, but if your tip results in an arrest, you could also earn a cash reward of up to $1,000. Meanwhile, a new report is out showing that 2022 was the deadliest year ever for the homeless in Sacramento County. The report is also showing what is killing people. A record 203 unhoused residents died in Sacramento County last year, and it was up 4 from 2021, according to the Sacramento Regional Coalition to End Homelessness. The 3 leading causes of death are substance abuse, violent deaths, and cardiovascular disease. Advocates say that those are preventable and that they show the need for more resources like housing and health care options.
They're just waiting for the number to come up. We all know we're going to die out here, most of us.
And the report also found that 32% of the deaths were in the winter season. The county says the homeless encampment and response team does provide outreach and engagement for mental health and substance use screenings and assessments for homeless shelters and encampments.
Well, this morning, we're getting a better idea of how state officials want to help close the digital divide across the state.
KCRA3's Aaron Heft is joining us now with the latest on the data from thousands.
Yeah, and those numbers from the state say that there is well over 250,000 households in the region that lack access to reliable, high-speed internet at an affordable price. Estimates revealed a staggering 315,000 households are affected, prompting officials to release a draft plan that looks to expand broadband infrastructure throughout the state of California. These changes would first focus on disadvantaged communities, take services directly to where people live and gather, and expand access to programs that can help teach both the digital divide and the literacy and cybersecurity. As part of Governor Newsom's Broadband for All initiative, the plan will help California qualify for billions in federal grants for funding under the Infrastructure Investments and Job Act from back in 2021. Affecting many here locally, this program has the potential to affect thousands in Sacramento, Yolo, and Yuba County. Back to you, Teo.
All right, Aaron Heft, thank you so much. State officials will go over this plan and ask for feedback in a webinar later today. You can find that link by scanning the QR code on your screen. It starts at 11. Now to the latest from Israel's war with Hamas. A top White House official is traveling to Israel to the West Bank today to meet with Palestinian leaders and underscore the U.S. stance on the war.
Mike Cherry is joining us now with more on the message from the Biden administration.
Yeah, so we heard from White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan this morning, speaking on a transition into a lower phase of war to focus on reducing the number of civilian deaths. Now, the administration remarks come as Israel's defense minister predicts a long, drawn-out war against Hamas, and the White House showing growing unease as Israel appears to have changed little in its military campaign in Gaza. The mounting death toll drawing international criticism as the administration also works to send more aid into Gaza and more weapons to Israel, and with a long-term goal of finding a two-state solution.
I have and will continue to state President Biden and the United States' commitment to preserving space for peace, for a two-state solution where Israel's security is guaranteed. The Israeli people need and deserve to live in peace and security with their neighbors in a region that is integrated, dynamic, and stable. That is what we are working toward.
An administration official says Sullivan's meeting with the Palestinian Authority president today will also include more talk on security in the West Bank. Deirdre?
So, Mike, do we have an update on the release of more hostages that are being held by Hamas?
So Sullivan says that sensitive talks are underway to release more hostages held by Hamas, but he was neither optimistic nor pessimistic about those releases happening anytime soon. He did reiterate that this does remain a top priority for the administration, saying that President Biden met with the families of American hostages, reassuring them that they were doing everything in their power to work with Israel to get those folks back home safely. Back to you.
All right, Mike, thanks.